Frasers Centrepoint Trust has announced a 400 million Singapore dollar rights issue. And if you're an existing unit holder, this could be something to pay close attention to. Should you subscribe? Is it a fair deal? And how does this impact the long-term strength of the REIT? In this video, we'll break down the details of the rights issue, what it means for income investors, and whether FCT remains a solid dividend REIT to consider. Stick around till the end. We'll also walk through how to think about this offer and what factors might help you decide if it's worth participating. And if you're new here, be sure to like this video and subscribe to Wealth for You, where we make investing simple, practical, and focused on helping you build steady income over time. Disclaimer: this video is for educational and informational purposes only. It is not financial advice, and I am not a licensed financial advisor. Please speak to a qualified professional before making any investment decisions. I will not be responsible for any actions taken based on this content. Chapter 1. What is FCT? Frasers Centrepoint Trust, or FCT, is a blue-chip retail REIT listed on the SGX. It owns high-traffic suburban malls like Causeway Point, Waterway Point, and North Point City, the kind of places we visit for bubble tea, groceries, and weekend shopping. It's backed by a strong sponsor, Frasers Property Limited, one of Singapore's biggest developers. With a portfolio of high-occupancy malls and consistent distributions, FCT is a favorite among Singaporeans looking for steady dividend income. Chapter 2. Why this rights issue? So, why is FCT raising funds? They're planning to acquire the south wing of North Point City in Yishun. And this is significant because they already own the north wing. With this move, FCT will own the entire integrated development. Now, North Point City isn't just any neighborhood mall. It's one of the largest suburban malls in Singapore, connected directly to Yishun MRT and serving a dense residential catchment. The south wing alone has a strong mix of tenants and is fully 100% occupied. It includes popular retail chains, community services, and daily necessity businesses that drive repeat footfall, making it a recession-resistant, cash-generating asset. By owning both wings, FCT can benefit from operational synergies, better tenant repositioning, and stronger long-term rental growth. But acquiring high-quality, well-located malls like this doesn't come cheap, which is why FCT is raising around 400 million Singapore dollars through equity to help fund the purchase. So, Chapter 3. Deal details. To fund the acquisition, FCT is raising 400 million Singapore dollars through two channels. The first is a private placement to institutional and accredited investors. That's the portion reserved for large players. The second part, and the one most relevant to us as retail investors, is the preferential offering, also known as the rights issue. This is where existing unit holders get a chance to buy additional FCT units at a discounted price. Here's what we know so far. The rights issue aims to raise around 200 million Singapore dollars. The offer price is expected to fall between $2.03 to $2.07 per unit. The ex-date to be eligible is 2nd April 2025 at 5 p.m. So if you're holding FCT units by then, you'll be entitled to participate. The subscription window runs from 8th April to 16th April 2025, giving you just over a week to act. The expected allotment ratio is roughly 5 rights for every 100 units you hold, although the final ratio will be confirmed later. Now here's a useful tip. If you own, say, 1,000 units, you'll likely be offered about 50 rights. You can also apply for excess rights. For example, apply for 100 units instead of 50 units, to round up to a full lot and avoid holding odd lots. Just remember, this is only open to unit holders with a Singapore registered address, and the rights issue is non-renounceable, meaning you can't sell your entitlements on the open market. So if you're eligible and thinking of topping up your holdings, this could be a good opportunity to do so at a discount. Chapter 4. Is this a fair deal? So let's get to the big question. Is this rights issue fair, and should investors be concerned? Let's take a closer look at the numbers. The south wing of North Point City comes with a net property income yield of 4.5%. That's considered fair for a high-quality suburban retail asset in Singapore, especially one that's fully occupied and directly connected to an MRT station. The good news is, this acquisition is DPU accretive. That means distributions per unit, essentially the dividends, are expected to increase slightly from 12.04 cents to 12.28 cents. For income-focused investors, that's always a plus. Now, on the flip side, the net asset value, or NAV, will dip slightly, from $2.29 to $2.26. This is mainly because the new units are being issued at a discount to market price, which slightly dilutes the overall value per unit. But overall, the dilution is mild, and in return, unit holders gain access to a defensive, high-quality mall with long-term growth potential. So if you're investing for passive income and steady dividends, this looks like a fair and reasonable deal, one that's aligned with the REIT's long-term strategy and supportive of unit holder value. Chapter 5. Investor Strategy. So what should you do? If you already own FCT units, consider subscribing to your REITs. You're getting units at a discounted price, and with a 6% yield based on the offer price, that's very attractive. If the market price drops near the rights issue price, around $2.05, it might also be a good chance to accumulate more. Final thoughts. To wrap up, FCT continues to stand out as a resilient blue-chip retail REIT. It's backed by a strong sponsor, holds a portfolio of high-traffic suburban malls, and has a solid track record of delivering stable dividends. While this rights issue may not be perfect, it gives FCT full ownership of a high-performing asset and supports its long-term growth strategy. If you found this helpful, give this video a like and subscribe to Wealth for You for more clear and practical insights on REITs, dividends, and building steady passive income. Let me know in the comments. Will you be subscribing to the FCT rights issue? What's your take on this deal? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.